Hello, James here from Strokes. Welcome to lesson 2, a brand new tone. Exciting stuff. Today we'll be talking about the slap tone. That's the slap tone. But before I get into that, I just want to address something I should have mentioned yesterday, which is how your feet are. So comfort is king here. So your feet should be to either side of the cajon, however far apart is comfortable, and you should feel kind of rooted like a mighty oak and solid as a rock. So now that that's out of the way, so the slap tone, new. That's the slap tone. Like if you want to compare it to a drum kit, the slap tone would be the snare drum, which is kind of the high end tone, which kind of cuts through everything. Whereas the bass drum, or the bass tone, would have been the bass drum, which is the big drum which you play with your foot, which is... Okay, so if we compare the two, whereas the bass drum, you kind of use gravity and bounce off, the slap tone is a lot different, actually directly opposite, because it's kind of a whipping motion where you snap on and stick. Your hand doesn't come off after it. Your hand kind of sticks on. And important for the zones of contact, which is just where your hand hits the tapa, which is the front plate here. That's called the tapa. It's in a different place. The contact zone is in a different place. So whereas in the bass tone in the last lesson, you use your whole palm and you put it here. So the slap tone is higher up, and the contact zone for the slap tone is from the base of your fingers here. So forget about this part of your palm now, because that's kind of not involved in this tone. So it's from the base of your fingers here up to your fingertips. So if you can just see, I'll just trace up there, so with my pointer. So it's from here up to here, okay, and you go higher up. So your palm isn't in contact with the cajon, whereas with the bass your palm's in contact. Oh yeah, so if you notice, the keenly observant, I'm leaning back a little bit. I just find that I lean back a little bit, so the cajon is tilting back, because I find everything is, more accessible for me. No, you will find your own way of doing things, but as long as your feet are planted firmly anyway, that's the main thing. Okay, so for the slap tone, we'll be doing the same exercises really as the bass tone in the last lesson, just to learn. So, exercise 1. Okay, and any of these, like these are technique exercises, so any of these, if you practice them for 10 minutes a day, they'll go into your mind and you'll kind of do them on autopilot, So the slap tone is nice. I like the slap tone because it kind of cuts over everything, and it's very important as well. Like they're two of the most basic tones really. My writing is really atrocious. So in any of the tones in general, consistency is the key. So I'll just do it one more time. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So consistency, that they're all the same. The slap tone comes more from the wrist. I suppose for the bass tone in lesson 1, it's more of an arm movement, and it's more of like a heavy bounce. There's a bounce off. Whereas this is like a whip. There's like a whip at the end. So you can't use as much gravity, if you know what I mean. Like, you have to generate the motion yourself. It's kind of like if I just, it's kind of like that. You know, you're moving your wrist here, and there's a little bit of a slap, so you get a really high crack. You know, like a snare drum. Like, you know, if you listen to pop music and a drum kit, you know, you hear the bass like boom, tack, boom, tack. So it's like, so, you know, bass, snare, bass, snare. So now, the great thing about that is, now you can combine the two tones, and that's a very good way of starting off, you know, before you play along to songs or before you start playing to music or anything. So like if you want to combine the two, a good thing to do would be and you can really hear the difference there. And that really is the slap tone. Yeah, like, again, don't hurt yourself. Keep your butt out like a duck. Oh yeah, so these videos, I'll be putting these videos on YouTube as well. And while I think of it, thank you to David who sent me a video yesterday. I love your improvised Cajon. Loving your work, keep it up. So yeah, so I mean, don't overcomplicate things. So again, like, you can go from change, like one bar. A bar is we're doing quarter notes at the moment. So like a quarter note is like 1, 2, 3, 4. They're called quarter notes because there's 4 of them in one bar. And then 8 notes would be double the quarter notes. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so but basically the movement is the more important thing, the movement. So it's, just to go over it again, it's a smaller movement than the bass. Again, like, stay relaxed, stay breathing, easy. Just get that high crack, you know, that's really important. So that's left hand lead, left hand first, and then we'll go from left hand first to right hand. And I mean, it's contained, and you'll find as you go on, the more, you know, once you get things on autopilot, your movements, like right now, your movements are big, but you'll find as you go on, like, the movements will become more contained. They'll become more like closer to the Cajon, like a. Like, you know, I'm not making big movements there, but the key is to start with big movements because your muscle memory needs a chance to learn the movement, and you know, your neural pathways in your brain need to be made, and that only happens slowly, you know. So that's about it. Keep improving.